Our clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Maori Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Maori Clinic.
I am a certified nurse aide. I had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was a senior in nursing school and I was tired a lot, but I was a senior in nursing school. You don't get much sleep, so tired is expected, and cancer was nowhere on my radar. The worst part is probably the feeling of isolation. I had to stay home, and my friends didn't want to necessarily stay home with me. The texts and phone calls and even Facebook messages from some kind of stopped. The staff at Tammy Walker basically took me in like a family member. I've never felt alone there, and that's about the only place that I've never ever felt alone. Life now is good. I never have a bad day anymore because I know what it's like to have an actual bad day. I give a lot of credit for how I'm doing to Tammy Walker because they still support me even now.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.
Welcome to Week 8,
your support of
Salina
Cougar
Access
football.
TV's Friday Night Football. It's also the second week of district
The Salina South Booster
with
Club would like to thank Keller
South
Insurance Agency
sitting at
for
3 and
sponsoring our
2,
tailgate
or 4 and
this
3,
evening.
excuse me.
We appreciate their support
Hosting the
of
1
Salina South
and
Booster Club
5
and South High Athletics.
Newton. No, they can't be 4 and 3. This is week 7, so they're. Is it 4 and 3?
Exactly. What's the point, dummy?
Well, anyways, we're hosting the Newton Railers, and if you've read the news or listened to KSA, I'll talk about the game. They have a young junior running back by the name of Cade Remsburg, who happens to be one of the fastest sprinters in the state, which makes him one of the fastest running backs in the state, Charles.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
And they're sitting at a 1-5 record, and my stepson asked me, how can they be 1-5? Well, the thing I was thinking about all week, Charles, was well, first thing, coaching. Second, offensive line. Third, quarterback, passing game.
Yeah.
And then fourth, injuries are youth. Well, it's a combination of all except for the coach. Nate Willenberg, who used to be the head coach at Minneapolis, then went to Mountain Ridge, and then got pulled, asked to come over to Newton, unbeknownst to him that the head coach was going to retire in a year, and they gave it to him. So he's the head coach, and he's a heck of a coach. He really is. He's a great guy too. But he told us before the game, Charles, that they started their 25 starters to start the year. How many are now not playing?
I was about 13.
About 13.
Yeah.
That's over half.
Yeah, and if you look down that list, it's like all kinds of positions, I mean,
Including their top 2 quarterbacks.
yeah. The backup, down.
Yeah, and so we kind of understand what K-State's going through when they have their top 2 quarterbacks sitting injured out. The deal is it's every position: offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, wide receivers, defensive backs, running, everything except Cade Remsburg.
Yeah, and it seems like he said, I guess he said a couple of them came back, and then they got hurt this past Friday and are out again.
Yeah. So you're looking at a team that's almost like a walking MASH unit.
Yeah.
It's just both of us were in the Army, we know what that means.
Exactly.
But it also means that a number of kids who are playing never played Friday night last year.
Right.
So also now you got maybe sophomores, maybe even a freshman or two being thrust into the starting lineup, and they're not prepared to play.
No, they're not. But some of those kids that he's lost are sophomore, juniors, so he will have them back next year.
And the good side of that, he's going to have a bunch of kids back next year with varsity experience and got it a year or maybe 2 years ahead of schedule.
Right.
Now all of a sudden that makes you a better and deeper team for next year.
That's right.
It just makes this year really stink.
Yeah. And tough.
Yeah, and if you're if you hate losing, you don't sleep much this year if you're a coach.
That's right. That's right.
And I know Nate doesn't like to lose. And so it's a tough year for him. And now he's got to come in and play a South team that can both run it and throw it. And you are hurting across the board.
Long night.
And he openly admits they do not have a passing game because of the 2 quarterbacks being out. So I don't know what to say, Charles.
Yeah, we just got to look at what's going to happen and let the bell ring.
All right, folks, we'll see you at the start of the first half with the kickoff, and see if this is going to be a blowout like we think. See you at the start of the half. I mean, it was hard trying to be Welcome back as we get ready for the teams to run out on the field and the accompanying hoopla that goes with that. This is week number 8. Week number 8. And you got Newton coming in, 1-6 record, South at 4-3. And as we talked the pregame show, Charles, we are facing a team that's a very young team because of losing 13 starters. But you still got this young man, Cade Rinsberg, junior running back, who's considered one of the fastest sprinters in the state. And he's already getting Division I looks, Charles. You got to figure out some way of getting him the ball in space.
Yeah, but I think that I think when you come out in this game right now, really I think the pressure is on South not to just overlook this team. With that being said, because we both know that they don't have a very good passing game, so what they've got to do is stop the run.
But the other thing is this. You can't give this kid a seam. Coach Sellers talked to us in the pregame, and he said, you can't. You give this kid a seam, you're just going to be watching him run away from you because there's no one on this team. He said, this is Mike Jones type of speed.
Right.
And
That's right.
that's elite speed for high school.
Yeah.
Because Mike Jones had that elite kind of speed.
Right.
All right, well, he's not as tough a runner on the inside like Mike was or like Dalton Peters is for Central. He's just a speed guy. And Coach Sellers said that probably when he plays at the next level, college, they'll probably move him out to wide receiver.
Yeah, that's due to his speed. But what I'm saying tonight, I'm saying they got to go to stop the run. That is definitely what they got to do. They know that that's what they got to do. We're looking at, unless this team comes up with a great passing game, we know that if we got to put 7 men up to stop the run, that's what we need to do.
Well, either that or do you take a linebacker or safety, and wherever Cade goes, he goes.
Yeah, you could do that too.
You put a spy on him. This kid is 5'11", 175 pounds. He's not a real big kid, but he's got muscle on him. He just has that elite speed.
But I'd load up the line. If it was me, I'd load up the line.
And Coach Sellers said he's not a real tough in between the tackles runner, which tells me, I'm telling my defense, you hit him and hit him hard early on, you just might take that will to run right out of him.
Oh, you will.
Now some kid, and I'm not trying to put the young man down, some people don't like contact.
Right.
I remember my junior year, we had a kid come out, I won't
But
say his name.
that also could cause another factor too, that could get him to run it a little bit harder so that he doesn't get the contact. So
that's true. But Sam said this. He said, we want him going running from side to side, stopping to happen to try to change direction, and that gives our defense time. So the best thing we can do is penetrate, especially if they've got an inexperienced offensive line. Penetrate, destroy him in the backfield where he gets up and going with his speed.
That's right.
And I'm kind of disappointed. It's a very sparse crowd for South tonight. Charles, what do you think?
Yeah, it's not very many people here. Usually.
And it's not supposed to be that cold. I don't even have my jacket on yet.
Maybe they were anticipating South already winning this one.
Yeah, but when you get a chance to watch this kid, come watch him say, you know, how many people came out to watch Jake Sharp? And then he went and played for KU, Division I football. Okay? You can say, well, you know, I watched Jake Sharp play when he was in high school. Well, here's a Cade Rinsberg. Look at the number of kids that have come and played in this film from other schools, played on this field right here, who played NCAA football. And one, Terrence Newman, played for Central, who is now with the Vikings. Started with the Cowboys, went to the Bengals, and now with the Vikings.
Yeah.
And he's having a good year. Kick down about the 13 or 14. They're going to be carried up close to the 30.
kickoff by Duke's number 20.
And South only has one person out, but that's their kicker, Fernando Avila Castro, number 40, who received a cushion in the JV game. And I asked Sam, does that mean no more JV games for your kicker? He said yep. And we talked to Fernando. He said, that's okay. He'll be back next week. He also plays linebacker, and Fernando's a very strong kid. He tripped. He actually tripped over the guard or the center's leg. And he lost about 3 yards.
3 yards,
Yeah, he tripped. I saw it.
It's not a way to start a game, either,
No.
I wouldn't say.
As he was turning to hand the ball off, his foot got tangled up with either the center or the left guard, I believe.
It's a handoff to Sam.
And there he is, Sam running hard again. He's got an 8-yard carry up to the 35. And if you were watching last week, folks, I was actually going with flipping back and forth between two people for our player of the week for South until Sam took over in that fourth quarter. And he received it 2 weeks in a row, but he deserved it.
Well, maybe that was the time where the line could have deserved it too, because I heard they were pushing him off the ball pretty good. That's the quarterback.
He's going to be short.
He's mad good.
Oh yeah, he's going to be short. He needed to decide a little bit sooner to take off. He was hoping that his wide receivers could get some separation, and none of them really did. It's going to be at the 38. It's going to be 4th and 2, and I don't see the punt team going on. Do you, Charles?
No.
Jacob Foster is bringing the play. They exchanged their wide receivers.
Wow. Wow.
When you got a hard runner like Sam,
wow.
he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. And I knew it was going to be Sam. But Sam ended up with 143 yards, if I remember correctly, and 2 touchdowns.
145, I believe.
145? And most of that came in the fourth quarter. He just took over, and he put South on his shoulders, and he helped carry them to a victory. And as I was telling Charles, because Charles missed last week, folks, 4 or 5 of his carries in the fourth quarter, he should have been tackled for a loss, and he turned them into gains. He broke tackles and made people miss, and just, there's that quick throw, make the first guy miss, stiff arm it, carrying up to the 50. That's a 9-yard.
Jacob McCarthy.
The Jacob, who we were kind of giving a hard time out.
Yeah.
Wait to talk to Coach Sellers, he muffed a punt, and I said, good hands, and he kind of smiled at us. You know, that's the thing I like meeting some of these kids. They're great kids. And you like seeing these kids do good. There's D'Angelo, and he's got that speed. Oh, it looks like face mask. It's going to be a face mask, or it's going to be a horse collar. He threw it right there at. Nope, it's going to get South. So it's going to be a holding, I think.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty for responsible foul. Replay. Second down.
Wow.
Well, he threw it right where the tackle was being made.
Yeah.
And the line was a good 4 or 5 yards back towards the center of the field.
Second down and 11. 8-yard line.
He's rolling out.
There's going to be a flag.
Was that holding again?
Might be holding against.
It looks like it's where the flag is. It looks like it might be holding.
Yeah, and he went and as he ran to them, he looked over and told Sam, and Sam pointed and goes, no, we'll take it. So I think we got holding. And I was listening to a pro game earlier this year. He said the worst thing you could do is you get a penalty on a team, give them that yardage back and a penalty on your side.
There is no penalty.
Oh.
Third down. Incomplete pass.
Oh. That could have been against South.
Yeah.
So the thing that Sam did with the hands more like, yeah, right, there was no guy downfield. All right, you got 3rd and 11 from just inside your 40. You need to get past the 49 of Newton. You got two split right, one left. Now you got one coming in motion. Faked it to him.
Whoa.
And he's going to be tackled for sacked all the way back to the 32-yard line, it looks like.
They crashed that. It was like there was no blocking over
33. There was it. They blitzed their linebacker on that side of the field.
I chased the wrong person.
And
there. Wow. That's not good. You don't want your quarterback getting hit like that.
no, but that holding penalty hurt us because we had a 2nd down and 1. And he's kicking into the wind.
Fumble! And South has it!
South
has it! Boy, Casey's a sophomore, so he's getting some good playing time.
Well, we're glad to see that
earlier in the game.
We're glad to see that Mr. Coble's back to playing for South. He's missed it. He's got a cast on that hand to protect that thumb, which means he won't be playing wide receiver. He'll be helped. He's looking to throw it.
Becker.
Oh, he had him too.
Yeah.
But the problem we got is we got a wind coming out of the west, and it blew the ball that way. It just blew him away. And we have a nice stiff breeze coming out of the west.
You could tell that one though all the way. I mean, you knew it was a pass.
But he was open.
He was, but
that wind just took that ball and just carried it right away from the wide receiver.
So they got Beckert in the slot, Marcotte on the end. Oh! They don't run that very often.
But that was actually a nice play, and it was set up for him to be able to get some yardage.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have got a first, but he would have got a chunk. Well, now
that's putting some receiver power though over there.
South's kind of missing here. They're not firing on all cylinders. There's Sam. He's going to carry it down to the 31. Now it'll be 4th down and 6 from there. Ball's in the center of the field.
You know, they need to Marcotte's carrying the play in. Foster comes out.
I think maybe we're looking at a rollout. You let your wide receiver go past the 1st down marker, come back. All right, see that linebacker sneaking up on the far side up there. Sam just called timeout.
Now's when you need a quarterback that can be able to do a little pooch kicker if there's nothing open. Or that's, boy, was it a pass? It's gotta be.
I think the reason he called timeout, he saw that linebacker sneaking up, he's going to blitz, and there wasn't a tight end over there, and there was already a defensive lineman head up on the tackle. So the tackle would have had to choose the inside man, which you're taught to do as a lineman. You take the inside guy, you make the outside, but if they were going to do a rollout that direction, they would roll right into him, blitzing in. And this time there's a tight end over on that side. You see that?
Yeah, so they got Marcotte and Beckert on each end. That tells me they may be throwing. He's got it.
And he's got it
He's
down
got
to
the
the
first down.
23-yard line.
On fourth down, the pass.
And he went a yard to a yard and a half past the first down marker, then turned around. And all Jacob Yahoo had to do is throw it right to him. Just playing catch.
You could kind of tell that was going to be a pass play with Marcotte and Beckert on the ends. Now he's got Foster and Beckert on the ends. He hands off to Turner. D'Angelo.
Ooh, there's a kind of a hold up by the face mask. Did you see that?
Yeah. After what he picked up, about 5, 4?
4.
Taking a stop with the regulars, number 3, Luke Porter.
Well, since Avia Castro's out and not kicking, the freshman, Jaden Miller, who's still not showing up on our roster here, number 46, I believe.
45.
Yeah, 45, will be kicking for us. There's that speed all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Taking a stop with the regulars, number 3.
They had 2 men out there. That's where speed kills you. He just outran them to the corner.
Yeah, he did.
No, he does not have Mike Jones type speed.
No, but
he's got speed.
Yeah, he's got good football speed.
Yes. Mike Jones has had that 5th gear.
Mike Jones had track speed.
And that's why I can't wait to see this Rinsberg kid for Newton.
Oh, fullback, he's
Quarterback's keeping it.
Oh, whoa!
Touchdown.
Touchdown!
It was the option.
He pulled that out.
Yes, it was. It was the option, Charles, and he kept it.
Wow!
And went in from the 15. And
He pulled that out good.
he could have pitched it.
Yeah.
And D'Angelo wouldn't have had to sprint. He could have jogged in there. The defense so sold out in the middle. There was nobody on the outside.
Oh,
Ooh,
what kind
little-
of deal was that?
Next point, attempt is no good.
He lost his step in there, it looks like.
His step was off.
Yeah.
Well, it's something they can get over the sideline, and him and the holder can work on. But I gotta tell you, Charles, real quick, I went to use the restroom halftime last Friday, and I'm at the urinal, and this shadow falls over me. And I looked to my side, and here's this tall black kid, all dressed out in pink, and the South came out in pink for cancer awareness. I said, "Do you go to school at South?" "Yeah." "Why aren't you playing football?" "I am." "Well, why aren't you there?" "Well, I'm a freshman." I said, "You're a freshman?" "Yeah, wow. Do you play left tackle, right tackle, or defense tackle?" "No, tight end." I said, "Tight end? You can run?" "Oh, yeah, I can run." I said, "Oh, my God. This kid is big."
Wow.
His dad played at Alcorn State. That's a Division I school. The young man's name is Banks. I'm going like, holy smokes.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah, he fumbled it.
Oh,
He's going to get up to the 30, though. And I'm thinking, Charles, with Jaden Miller as a freshman, so I did some asking. We have really a good freshman class of kids. That a lot of them probably won't be playing a whole lot of JV next year. They're going to be playing varsity. Because this is a good senior class that's going to be graduating.
yeah, it is.
But like Coach Sellers told me last year, they do a good job of working their kids in practice, and when they get the lead, of getting their kids getting some playing time during games to get them ready for next year. All right, now here's Rinsberg. He's back there in the...
Oh!
This is not what you wanted. This is not what you wanted. And he's going to score. He's going to score.
And quick.
And exactly what we were talking about.
They let him get that seam. Once he got the seam, he was gone. It's to the races.
Well, you just saw the speed.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
What we didn't see was guys filling their gaps like they should on defense.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, I see Coach Barkley with hands on hips. He's not real happy. He's the defensive coordinator.
Oh, and now they lead.
Extra point good by number 23.
7-6.
So with 6:09 left to go in the first quarter, we got a score of Newton 7, South 6.
So all that work, all the time they had possession of the ball, they come out with 6, and then they just score in a matter of
First play,
seconds.
the very first play of the drive.
And we know what we got to stop. We know what we got to do.
You got to stop them at the line of scrimmage.
We know we're stopping the run.
And
It's
we
not
know-
like they got a passing attack.
And we know who we got to stop.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. You already know what can kill you, and you let it kill. You let it take a bite out of you.
Yep. I see the defense sitting there on the bench, and coach is not talking to him yet. Or if he did, he already did. He's not there now. Short kick, caught at the 20. It's going to carry it up to about the 32-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 29, Tanner Parrott.
Well, you can tell that Newton's missing 13 kids. Look at their sidelines.
Yeah, you could tell there, but could you tell on that play they just ran?
No, but look, there's really no depth on that sideline. Look at that.
There is.
Which means
They get tired.
they're going to get tired.
But if you score enough points, you may not need to worry about that.
Here's again the option,
Oh,
and he's open all the way down inside the 30,
oh!
down inside the 10.
Who's that? That's the quarterback.
That's Bellery, the quarterback.
No, that's it. Isn't that Yarwitz?
Oh, Yarwood, excuse me. Oh, we got a penalty back at the.
That's that block. That was that block.
Well, that's where D'Angelo came up and made the block.
Yeah.
And if it's a spot foul, it's still a first down. Moved it back to the 40. That moved back to the 50, that'll still be a first down. Well, that penalty is not going to make.
During the run, illegal block at the back on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Yardage does still result in first down.
I don't know if he blocked him in the back though, but it was
He got
real
him more on
close.
the side. He got him more on the side. He was
Yeah.
coming up, and the kid turned on him. Well, the call on that is when you initiate the block and
Kept it. He kept it. He kept it.
He pitched
Pitches.
it.
Corona around the corner.
yep,
Touchdown.
Sam Corona. $50-yarder.
He pitched that. That was a perfect pitch though.
I guess I got a question as soon as the band is done. Now let's see if we can get this kick down right now. It's a fake.
Fake.
It's
And
good.
he got it. Marcotte.
Yep.
So they got that back and they got the points they lost. That was planned all the whole time.
5:34 on the clock. You got to score. Salina South 14, Newton 7. What I was going to ask you, this is shaping up to be more of a track meet than a football game.
Yeah.
You had a long run by the quarterback that was partially called back, although on the penalty, though South still had a first down. Then the very next play, they went to the other side and scored.
Yeah.
50 yards.
So they know that their option is working.
Oh, now they run what they call that stack three. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. those 5 in the defensive backfield. And no, is it Central? No, that's right. Sorry, folks, I'm mixing up the story I read in the paper. It's Great Bend has a stack 6, or a stack 3, 3 and 3 that Central's got to go up against. I still say they're not going to stop Dalton Peters. No one stopped them all year. Not even Hutch, not even Derby stopped Dalton. They did. He might not have as many yards, but it was because of the score of the game and what Central had to do. He's going to get up to the 30. He's going to mark it at the 30.
Okay, we know what the play is. Do we know what they're going to do?
I've got 8 in the box, if not 9. I'm going to take if they got 2 wideouts, my corners are going to go up and take a man-to-man. Jam him at the line.
That's right.
I've got one safety 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. The other safety, he's up in a linebacker's position. Because this quarterback for them, can you give me his number?
Railers take over first and 10, all at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, they're jamming the line of scrimmage.
17 is the quarterback.
You said 17 is the quarterback?
17.
You sure?
Yes, all day. 1-7.
17 for Newton is listed as a junior running back linebacker. Doesn't even have QB on there. That's what happens when you lose your top 2.
1-7 is the quarterback, Mr. Stu.
Actually, they lost their top 3. Even their sophomore QB is out. Yeah, they got
hands off. He don't go anywhere this time. Oh,
yeah, they got
punching.
They got their line. They had 8 guys within 2 yards of line of scrimmage. I want you to see this, Charles. QB out. QB out. There's no other QB listed.
Yeah.
All 3 of their QBs are out.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was never going to stop when he was telling me those guys that were out. I was like, wow. He's back to pass. And he just throws it, and he got, whoa! And if he catches it, it's
done.
touchdown. And it wasn't a bad pass.
He was open, but we don't have a great throwing quarterback.
We have a running back.
A safety really messed that up for South. We just almost had 7 more points put on the board for Newton.
That's exactly right.
South just dodged the proverbial bullet.
Yeah. But that's going to come back again. I can guarantee you.
Oh, yeah, it was open. Oh, yeah, it was open.
Not a very good punt.
Nope. I mean, it was all the way out of bounds already. I think it landed out of bounds. Yeah, it did. The referee would drop his hand once that the backfield judge gets to where.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an update from Kaufman Stadium. Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. At the end of the first inning, it's the Blue Jays 0 and the Royals 1.
Woo! Royals up 1-0. They had a nice article on Yahoo Sports of how they are putting Price, the pitcher, in a tough position for.
Here goes, hands off to D'Angelo.
Uh-oh, he's
and
off to the races.
Broke out. He done broke out, and he's gone.
Who was chasing him? Is that 7?
No, that's 2.
That was 45 yards. See, it's a track meet. It's not a football game. They all brought their track shoes instead of their cleats. Oh my goodness.
There was, if they can't catch Sam, there's no way they're going to catch Sterling. Good.
High snap. He had to hold up, but Jaden put it through. So with 3:59 left to go, still in the first quarter, we got a score, Salina South 21, Newton 7.
Wow.
But South dodged a bullet because it could very well be 14-14 right now. So
Yeah, they did. They did dodge a bullet.
if I'm Chris Barkley,
It'd be 21-14.
well, yeah, it'd be 21-14. But if I'm Chris Barkley, defensive coordinator, what am I telling my guys right now? They get ready to go out in the field. You don't let 7 get behind you,
Yeah.
and you don't let him get past the line of scrimmage when he's running the ball.
I'm telling you this.
This could be an old AFC game where they'd have like 38-36.
Yeah.
You know, back when Fouts was the quarterback with San Diego. And you had
Looks
that.
like no, it's a short kick.
Yeah, it's a pooch kick.
Number 6, he's still running.
And then back when you had that potent offense that the Seattle Seahawks used to have, and they just had a nice deal on the NFL channel about Steve Largent, the kid who was never good enough, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about there was no defense in those games. That's what I'm seeing here right now. Now, Sal forced them to punt on their last series. Let's see what they do here now. Quarterback keeper.
Nope. There he goes.
They got him. Is that number 7?
That was 17.
No, it's 17. Yeah, that's 17. The quarterback keeper.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's all you got to stay home in your gap. And they're watching Rinsberg because Rinsberg came our direction,
Right.
and the quarterback went back against the flow of the play, and somebody had vacated their spot. Now you got another long run.
Now he's got it.
Now, what helps him is this. Since 17 as a quarterback was one of their running backs until all 3 of their quarterbacks went down, he's shown that he doesn't really have a great arm, and Coach Nate agreed with that. He's your running threat. Because when he's in shotgun formation, basically since he's a running back first, that's the Wildcat.
Yeah, that's what yeah, exactly. It's handoff again. They stopped it though.
That's Cade, I think.
Number 2, Justin Sullivan.
No, it's Justin Sullivan. Oh, that's right. Cade's 22, isn't he? Cade Calvert. Yeah, Cole Calvert, excuse me. Cade's older brother. Cole at number 20. I knew there was a 2 somewhere there, Charles. He's looking to throw it.
The pass.
Oh!
1 goes by him. 2, then he passes.
And he had the guy open, but he had a guy pulling on him, trying to tackle him, and because of it, he wasn't able to make an accurate throw.
He broke a couple of
Yeah,
those.
he did, but see, that's a running back.
that-
I'm seeing that's a running back.
Right.
They're used to breaking tackles in the contact where a quarterback might not always be that way.
right. That's right. That's right.
I mean, I've seen some quarterbacks that don't like to get hit, and I've seen quarterbacks that try to run you over.
17-yard line.
Okay, it's 4th down. They got to get to about the 10. He's rolling out the throw. Intercepted, but there's a flag.
That didn't matter anyway. That's interception. Actually, that came out better. You know that, right? Because they gained yards, really.
Yeah, if they take the
Really,
interception, it's going to be down to about the 13-yard line.
Really, if that's the kind you want to see.
But see, they've got to take it, because if not, you set to go 10 yards, they get another play, offensive play.
Right.
No, you'll take the interception.
But that right there, that's the time you got to be smart. to know that you just dropped the ball.
No,
Knock it down.
Yeah, agreed. But when you're a defensive back and you get a chance for interception,
I know you want it.
and you're out there and maybe you got a chance to return it.
Oh, pitch. Who's it, Sam? Sam?
He's still running.
Tackles.
Yeah, it's basically turned out to be a track meet. Unbelievable. Pitch. Sam again. Going to get about 15
the
yards.
corners, because they can't stop that option. It doesn't matter. You can put any running back there right now with the way that option is. And you look at that. Watch that option.
How about a one-legged running back?
See? He might even be able to get 5 yards. That doesn't. If you look at that, that is wide open. They're using it.
Ooh, illegal substitution, 5-yard penalty. That's their first penalty of the game. Only 5, and that'll be the shortest game for South.
Here they go. The pitch. All you gotta do is see. Oh, he dropped it, and he got it.
Because
he
was trying to pull it out of.
He's trying to pull it out
of Jaden Miller, and he wouldn't let go of it. Yep, that's what they're talking to him, and he would not let go.
Right, but is that the quarterback's fault?
It's communication.
It's kind of both of them's fault, wouldn't you
Both
say?
of them fault.
Because the quarterback could have let him go ahead and keep it.
I was taught you take your inside hand and you kind of tap against the belly.
Uh-oh. No.
You tap against the belly, which is a signal to let go. When you got both hands on the ball, and if you don't tap with your hand against the belly, that means you take it. Okay, that's the way I was taught. So communication between the senior quarterback, I believe he is a senior, he is, and the freshman fullback wasn't quite there.
Oh yeah, Jake. Flags all over the place.
Yeah, he's going to be tackled for a loss, but the referee threw a flag. Smart move. Yeah, you would have moved 5 yards, but they would have had that down over again. But now, instead, they're going to take the 2-yard loss back to the inside the 39-yard line, and instead of being second down again, it's third. There is the Rendsburg. He's going to get back to the 40. I might just have to come up and watch a track meet up here this spring. Get a hold of you. We come up and watch this young man run track. When they have maybe a conference track meet up here.
Yeah.
And I believe they're going to have some meets at the Wesleyan's new track.
Look at this.
Back in putt formation. All right, that's the end of the first quarter, and we're sitting at a score of South 21, Newton 7. And folks, it's been a track meet.
That's it. And really, a pass that was missed had not been missed, it might be 14-21.
Right, and further enable the track meet.
Yeah. I can tell you, I can guarantee you, though, if he catches that pass, there's nobody out there to catch him.
Nah.
He was already out in front of everybody. You could never give a speedster any room from the rest.
Do you remember in your senior year when we had to face Birch and the two guys from Junction City, quarterback
Stevie Hammond.
Hammond and Birch. One was quarterback, one was the halfback, and the halfback had thighs like ham hocks. They were huge.
That's Stevie Hammond.
That was Hammond, and Birch was the quarterback.
Yeah.
And these guys were both sprinters on the track team.
Yeah. Real good sprinters.
And they only beat us like 19-12 or something like that, 19-13 or something like that. They didn't really beat us bad. 19-10 maybe. Another short but high. Fair catch there by Mr. Corona. But that's where a friend of mine, Dave Richwine, got a concussion trying to tackle Steve Hammond. He put his helmet in those thighs and got a concussion, and that was it. He didn't play the rest of his junior year and didn't play his senior year because the concussion was that bad, really.
Wow.
Doctor said no, and his parents said no. And he was one of our best. He played both ways, but he was one of our best offensive linemen. You remember Dave Richwine?
Here we go. Now we got Turner in the backfield. Hand off to Turner. He's around the corner. Picks up about, wow. He picked up about 7.
Number 3, Enzo Turner.
You can mark him up at the
Number 3, Luke Porter.
up to 37. So that's a 6-yard. Yeah, 6-yard pickup. Be second down and 4. You know,
Previous play was out of bounds. You can reset the game clock to 11:40.
11:40.
Also restart play clock.
Restart the play clock and move. There we go.
Second down 4. 37-yard line.
It's just that quick handoff to D'Angelo.
There he goes.
I remember when he was a sophomore,
First
he would not always use a stiff arm or initiate contact.
Making it stop the regulars.
But as he's got into the weight room and put on muscle and got stronger, he's become a more physical runner. Did you watch him as a freshman or a sophomore?
I did.
He was a speed guy.
I watched him as a junior, which has been last year.
But he's gotten more physical as a runner because of that added muscle. There is again. Now he's going to cut back to the inside. Look at that. He just puts his head
And
down.
he put his head down and kept rolling.
D'Angelo Turner.
And you got to love it. You love seeing that. Mike Jones. And the reason I know about this because he was in my daughter's class, but my daughter was on his flag football team with him at the Y. And he wasn't much of a contact guy because he was so small. But he got in the weight room and got muscled, and all of a sudden, he wasn't afraid of hitting somebody or getting hit. Okay, that's
Wow.
Who is that?
Kate Calvary. Is that 15? That's Becker, ain't
that's
it?
Becker. He's going to score. He's going to score. Touchdown. Folks, that's a 44-yard touchdown run. Told you it's a track meet. Oh, that was much better, much better, much better snap, but no good.
Extra point attempt is no good.
But that was a better snap, better approach by the freshman kicker, just pulled it a little bit to the left. So at 10:40 left to go in the second quarter, we got a score, Salina South 27, Newton 7. Charles, I'm kind of remembered of the, reminds me of the old line that Groucho Marx said. Said he went to a fight and a hockey match broke out. I went to a football game and a track meet broke down.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what this is. And they know it. So they're turning, you know, if you have not noticed, they're making complete circles back and forth around.
And South's got to have already over 200, maybe 250 yards.
Who?
South.
Oh, yeah, probably. Easy.
Okay? And I would say Newton's got over 100 because they had 70 on that one touchdown run. If maybe not over 100, right at 100. And we're waiting for the kickoff. I found out that, Charles, that huddle is the stats that South uses. And we can see if we can get something from them to run stats for us for a game. Another pooch kick down to about the 20. And he carried it up over the 40.
Wow, he should have been stopped way back there.
Yeah, about 10 yards further back. But he's doing the right thing on these push kicks because he's not the initial return man. He's one of the up backs. He's just taking the ball up and running. That's the young man there, Charles. Freshman kid. And he plays tight end. And he told me, yeah, I can run. I said, oh boy, I don't know if their freshman season's over with, but I want to see this big kid run.
Here we go.
Just a quick pitch, Remsburg. Oh, there's a flag. He's going to get to the corner, but they got him pushed out of bounds. But I think we got a penalty on Newton. And as a football coach, you finally get a play, get some positive yardage, and you get a penalty that pushes you back. It's got to be frustrating.
Wow. That's all I could say.
An illegal formation on the offense. On another penalty line in scrimmage. Flag or penalty for 3 spot. Replay. First down.
Did not have 7 on the line of scrimmage. You got to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. That means one of your wide receivers was not all the way up onto the line of scrimmage like he should. Well, you know, when you got all these injuries, so you got all these inexperienced kids, these are kind of mistakes that happen.
Yeah, that's it. But they're getting experience.
Oh, yeah. I see what they're going to be like.
The hard way.
Quarterback keeper, he faked the pitch to Remsburg and then come back to the left, which makes me think Remsburg will be back next year.
Yeah, he will. They'll have some quarterbacks.
And then you got kids.
But he's not out there right now.
He's standing right by the coach over on the sideline.
Did he get hurt or something?
I don't know. He's not going to get much, whoever he is. He'll be short of 3. Number 3, Luke Porter. He's the senior running back, defensive back, 6'2", 205. Got some size to him. Is that him coming in? Is that Remsburg coming in? Nope. Well, where is he on the sideline? Can you see him? Number 7. They gave it to the running back. He's going to get up over the 40, but he's not even going to. He's still going to be a yard short of the.
Oh, he's out.
Of the chain, so 4th and 11. So
wow.
First down, they had a positive play because of the penalty, threw him back. And I don't know why Mr. Remsburg was not out there.
I don't seem to see him. Oh, yeah, I do. He's standing on the sidelines.
They're going to let the ball go. It's going to roll down inside the 30, down to inside the 27.
He's playing defense. that the defense that's going out there?
Yep.
He's playing defense.
There he is, right there in the middle field, safety.
Yeah.
They've got him out there because they got to slow down South speed. They got to have somebody who can catch up to these guys for South.
Oh, when they turn that corner.
Yeah. Or when they break one, they got to have somebody who can catch up to them. Is he playing the up safety or deep safety? Or is he a cornerback?
Here he comes.
Here comes Sam. He's going to carry it up to the 34-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup.
Looks like he hurt his ankle a little bit.
Well, Remsburg is playing the corner on this side.
Yeah.
Unless he's matching up against Becker, because that's who he was matched up against. He's just playing the corner on this side, so whoever's out here.
Now.
And that was Remsburg who made the play on him. Well, you know, with this kind of speed, maybe also at the next level, they'd be looking at him playing a corner. Because he's awful small for a corner, 175. I can see him playing at 5'11", playing.
Now he's going over to the far end to.
Oh, Coach Heaver. Coach Heaver. Is that who it is? Yep, Coach Heaver, the tight end, who came out and went into the flat where the wide receiver took Remsburg, the defensive back, down the field, and then locked him up and held him, blocked him out of the play to Trace get on down the field for a first down.
Looks like Horowitz is just having his way, too.
And considering that a couple of his early passes weren't very good, now he's starting to throw the ball accurately.
Yeah, and he's also running. And then with no.
It's Coach Heaver again. He's down inside the 30, another first down. This is just in chunks. 12 yards here, 13 yards here, 50 yards here, 70 yards here. Although the 70 went for Newton, I mean, it's just South's offense is
They're
just
gonna pitch it. No.
Again to the Coach Heaver came out into the flat where they took the wide receiver took his man down deep. That means the safety's got to come up, or linebacker's got to take Coach Heaver, and he's going to be short of the first down. Oh my goodness, a play under 10 yards. I don't know if I can handle this, Charles. The shock might be too much.
The last 3 plays have been to the tight end. You know, the tight end don't usually go for 10 unless he breaks a couple of tackles.
And they have the tight end out in the slot. You see that?
Yeah. Rolling the other way. Becker.
Touchdown. That's the first pass touchdown of the game. Are they going to go for 2?
That's Becker's second touchdown. Good.
No good again. Both times off to the left. Well, at 6:22 to go in the second quarter, you got a score of Salina South 33, Newton 7. Right now, South's offense is just really scoring, doing what they want to do at will. Running, throwing. They're just. It's almost like practice against the freshmen.
Right. It is. It is.
And when you got an inexperienced team on the other side because of the injury issue,
you got wide receivers running one way and coming back the other way and running all the way in for a touchdown. You got every pitch you make. option pitch you make is wide open. What else can you do?
And the shortest carry they've had was like 3 yards, and that was Sam Corona on a 4th down and 1, and he got 3 yards for the first down. That's been the 4th, and that really wasn't designed, just designed enough to get the first down, which he did.
And both tailbacks have scored with that option. Oh! It didn't go 10 yards, did it?
No, now he's pointing.
South.
Yeah.
Kick recovered by the Cougars.
Now, if the ball bounced over the 50, then bounced backwards,
It did.
then that's south ball. All it's got to go is 10 yards.
Yeah, it did. They got their defense out. They know.
Requirements on the free kick for the ball to go 10 yards and be grounded. At that point, the kicking team can recover. Salina South did, and we their ball first down.
The ball went over and bounced back about 4
Right.
yards.
It did. I don't know how he did that, but it did it.
Again, that's something you pull on an inexperienced team this late in the year.
First and 10, ball to throw, 47-yard line.
Becker.
Well, he gets, oh, there's a flag.
Flag.
15, Dylan Becker.
It's on the line. He must, the lineman knows, because he's already holding.
If it's a spot foul, that's going to be a loss of 12 yards.
The lineman knew it, because you know what he did? He went,
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the soccer foul. Replay first down.
So that's actually a 12-yard loss because it happened 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
so,
But
what
there
do you
was-
do
that was a-
now? You just throw a pass?
Or the option.
They ain't stopped that
They
all
haven't
day.
stopped it yet.
They stopped it. South stopped using it.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Look at that. He's got all day.
He can run. Got him up to the 50.
Marcotte.
Number 18, Jacob Marcotte.
That's a 15-yard pickup. You had 1st and 22.
You basically,
Now you go to 2nd and 7.
yeah, you basically can do whatever you want. What do you want to do? You want to run the option?
And he could have ran that too.
Easily.
And got a lot of yards.
And he had all day to
Oh,
pass
yeah.
it.
Yeah, he had day to, as my dad would say, build a campfire, pitch a tent, and get supper going.
Oh, Becker.
Yep. A little bit on the eager side.
Becker. He's got the fastest man on him.
5-yard penalty.
They just wanted to add more yards. That's all they're trying to do.
What I'm trying to say, it wasn't far enough. They got to make it so it's a little bit tougher. You get a first down.
Second down 12, 45-yard line.
He's going to roll out to the left.
Whoa, he's got him. Oh, nice move.
He's still moving.
Becker.
All the way down inside the 15.
Becker.
Pass complete to number 15, Dylan Becker.
Did you see that move? He dumped that guy
Yeah.
off the top and kept going.
He's a shifty little guy. Isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's not so little. I mean,
No.
we're out there. He's just as tall as you and me.
I
He just
think
doesn't have a whole lot of meat on his bones, if I remember right here. Let me see.
Gain of 43 on the conclusion.
Yeah, 158.
Oh, to
Pitch
the
out.
foot.
Touchdown.
Pitch.
Touchdown.
D'Angelo.
Touchdown.
Oh, it didn't look at it.
Touchdown, Cougars.
Oh, your pocket. All right.
He's got 2 touchdowns
12
too.
yard touchdown run. Number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
Let's see if we can get this one through.
No.
Yeah, it hit. It bounced through.
It hit and went
A rim
through.
shot.
Extra point good by number 25, Jaden Miller.
All right, so with 4:38 to go in the second quarter, we got a score of South 40, Newton 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, the football team would like to thank Hickory for sponsoring the team meal after the game against Central last Friday.
Question then,
We appreciate your support of Cougar football.
do we even see the varsity offense in the second quarter? I mean the third quarter, second half.
I play them just to, maybe the first play, just to let them know that they're still there.
And South High Athletics.
But I don't know. We may not see them no more. There's no telling.
No,
Aren't you glad you don't have 6 of us to keep it? That's not my girl.
well, the South kids, students, are all dressed out in Christmas gear. So I was asking some of the girls, said, or part of the Kilts Club, said, why? I don't know, someone threw out the idea. We all sat around and said, hey, that's a good idea, let's do it. So they did. Ah, he's actually going to be held down to about the 30.
Number 6, Drew Gertson.
And if I'm Newton,
Making the tackle for the Cougars, number 30, Justin Allen.
I put 7 back out there and I
He's
see
back
he is.
out there.
He's back out there.
You know, probably some of that defense thing is like for college scouts too.
First and 10, ball at their own 30-yard line.
Might be. He's got his old senior year yet still to
Yeah.
play.
Right.
I don't know if you saw that, Charles. Did you see when he planted that foot to turn and cut up? It was immediate pow. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, now that's explosive. He made that cut to go north and south. Yeah, he only got a yard, but they had shut the outside, and there was no hesitation. Cut, pow, he just exploded and got what he could. That's where I want to see speed. I want to see speed when you're hitting the hole hard and you're making your cuts hard.
Pass. Flag. Pass interference, probably. Because he got up and he kept doing this, and then he finally throws the flag in.
He immediately started talking to the South bench, telling them what it was. And I could.
By the defense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous play. 10-yard penalty results in a first down.
Yeah, because they were at needed 9 yards.
The player himself is the one that got that called.
I was watching the far side, so.
I'm telling you, he got up and he looked around, and then here comes the flag.
That's the fullback. He's going to carry it up to the 45. That's a 4-yard pickup. If you can get 4 yards or more out of your fullback on first down, you're happy.
Making the initial stop with the Cougars, number 80, Ethan Wrestling.
Well,
Second down, 6.
they got to be putting the ball into their money man's hands, and that's Remsburg. Quarterback keeper again. They fake the pitch. He's going to get about 2 yards. And that's going to be 3rd down and 4. Now they had a couple decent runs on that play earlier in the game. They faked a quick pitch going right to Remsburg, and the quarterback comes back to the left. He had his mic on. He had his mic on.
3rd down, 4.
That got everybody's attention. Here's a quick pitch out to the left. Ooh. All right.
Oh, he's hurt.
I don't know if he. That's Cole Calvert, and he came up that shoulder again.
He shot in there.
Yeah, and I think he threw his arm out to try to trip him and got him in the shoulder. He held up the play, so they were able to tackle him for a loss all the way back to the 45. That puts him in 4th and 6.
That brings up 4th down for the Railers in punt formation.
We need Cole to be healthy because we go into playoffs. We need that senior safety with his playmaking ability and his experience and his football knowledge to help South's defense. They just ran the clock down. That's what they're trying to do. They ran the clock down.
In punt formation for the Railers, number 23, Alejandro Garcia. Acting for the Cougars, number 23, Sam Corona.
Short kick, everyone get out of the way. Though he's going to get a decent bounce. So they'll get the ball at the 31-yard line. You got a minute 38. You got 2 timeouts left.
So is this game over?
For all pretenses and purposes, yeah.
We said something similar last quarter.
Fat lady saying about 5-6 minutes ago.
So you think she's already singing, huh? Or tuning up?
Oh, I think she already sang. She's already sat down. She's back in the
There goes
Sam Corona. He's still running. All the way down to about the 30-yard line.
Number 43, Sam Corona.
39-yard run. They got to be closing in on 300 yards.
Making the stop for the Railers, number 83, Josh Fuller.
Wouldn't you say?
I would say, yeah.
First and 10 Cougars on the Newton 34-yard line.
Corona.
Hand off to Corona. Sam's going to get it down to close to the 25. Mark short of the 25. I think maybe Charles, this game will maybe put some confidence into this team that they can start to build on, realize they are a better team than what they think they are.
Now's the time, too.
There's a handoff to Damage, and he's still fighting all the way down inside the 20. And he's going to have the first down, right down at the 20. And that was about a 5-yard, 6-yard pickup.
First down.
I think South called timeout. But they haven't signaled it. Yeah, they did. South timeout. That's their second. They got one more to go. And they're sitting with the ball at the, I think right about the 20-yard line. Here's the option. Touchdown.
That's his second one.
Touchdown.
Well, like I said, if it ain't broken.
So now we just go around and look at who didn't score.
Why don't we just, for player of the week, we just throw a number, names into a hat and pull one. Because very well, you could say, Kick is up and good.
Extra point good by number 45.
Good.
Aiden Miller.
So 47 seconds to go in the second quarter and first half. You got a score, Salina South 47, Newton 7. I mean, this might be one of those.
After 3 complete innings at Hoffman Stadium for Game
You got
6
both your pins down
of
there.
the Championship Series, it is the Royals 2 and the Blue Jays 0.
Woohoo! That's what we want to hear. Pop the bubbly, get ready for the Mets. And Mets got to come to Kansas City.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking you don't even. Maybe one series. I don't even go one series. But it depends on, they'll kick off to Newton, and Newton will get the ball first to start the second half. Here's another pooch kick. South got on it. Folks, it's a free ball. The reason I'm saying that, he did not signal fair catch. Now, if he had signaled fair catch and the South kid running into him, that's a penalty. They mark off from there, which is at the 42. That's their second kind of onside kick that South has recovered. If they score here, 46 seconds on the clock, one timeout.
Coach is on him.
No, not. They're going into victory formation. That's the classy thing to do. You know, Charles, I'm just thinking, you know, the way the holes they're getting, this is one of those where we say the offensive line has to come out and get player of the week. They've given huge holes for them to run. They've had great blocking downfield. They protected Yarwitz to have time to make pass plays. I'm shaping up right now, the offensive line. And we still got a second half to go. Well, folks, that's the end of the first half with a score of South 47.
Wow.
Newton 7. And we will see you at the Maori Clinic halftime show.
By law, public access is open to all citizens and to all viewpoints and for only non-commercial purposes. If you have an idea, any idea for a television program, we want you to be a member and we want to cablecast your program. TV for you, by you. Just give us a call at 785-823-2500 to find out more.
Welcome to the Maori Clinic halftime show. We're sitting at a score. Salina South 47, Newton 7. And Charles, like we were just talking about, whatever South wants to do with the ball on offense, they can do it.
Right, and their defense isn't out there very often because it seems to be that their offense is constantly, the balls are turned over or something to give it to their offense.
2 onside kicks have gone for South. And yeah, you're putting pressure on Newton's defense. And since they're down 13 starters, they're playing freshmen and some sophomores and juniors that did not play last year on Friday night.
Right.
And it's kind of like they go in the sand, hey, let's try this play. Boom, 20 yards. Oh, let's try this one. 50 yards, touchdown.
And they didn't have to stop using the option because it's working. This is like they wanted to try another play, not because it wasn't working.
No, everything has worked. And pass play, run plays. And we were joking that we came to a football game and a track meet broke out because we've had long run after long run, long pass play. South's got to have probably over 300 yards total offense already. Newton, they scored on their very first play, 70-yard touchdown run by Mr. Cade Remsburg, considered one of the fastest players in all of high school football in the state of Kansas. He's a 100, 200-meter track champion, state champion. But that's been it for them.
Yeah, and they shut him down after that. So, I mean, that's where the defense came in. I mean, I guess they got caught by surprise that first one.
Well, they could have scored again on a pass play to Mr. Rinsberg, who was wide open, and he was stretching, barely got his fingers on it. If it had been a better thrown ball, they had 14 points on the board.
Right, and it would have been, at that time, it would have been 14-14 until South went down and scored another 7 points real quickly.
And we can see his speed. He's got it.
Oh, yeah, he's got it, definitely.
And the other thing is he's got explosive. When he makes that cut, boom, he's just immediate speed. Again, it's like Mike Jones' speed. Mike Jones was here 2 years ago. Folks, it's really been a track meet. And I don't expect much different in the second half, except we should see the starters probably not play any or at least one series.
Yeah, maybe one series, a couple series at the most.
I mean, they've got their momentum.
Yeah.
No reason to get anybody hurt. So here we are, sitting at a score, Salina South 47, Newton 7. And thank you for watching the Maori Clinic halftime show. We will see you at the start of the second half.
Picture this. Pen pinched in a fingertip grip pressed poignantly upon a page. Inscription initiates. Emotion, knowledge, bounties of thoughts locked into eloquent waves of font, but that's not all we've got. When words escape from the page, poetic prose is froze this way, composed this way, exposed this way. Matter of fact, we need a TV episode just to show this way. Better yet, let's commence a season of 6 with the local station's aid that will supply opportunities key. Local, community, expression, access television, you and me TV.
Welcome back to the second half of week number 8 of Salina Access TV Friday Night Football, sitting on a score of South 47, Newton 7. And everyone I kind of talked to at halftime, Charles, was in agreement. South's probably got about 300 yards worth of offense already, just in the first half. And I really feel sorry for Nate Willenberg, the head coach. There's no way you can lose 13 starters, especially your top 3 quarterbacks.
That's right.
And be competitive at this level. And you have a bunch of kids who never played Friday night before. Now all of a sudden, they got to play Friday night, play varsity against kids who've been playing varsity for 1 or 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's good training.
That is OJT to the max.
Yeah. And at one time, you're going to be one of those guys
you'll be the big bully in the block in a couple of years.
Right, and you can tell them about how you went through that.
And it's been a variety of injuries, although 2 of the 13 are for reasons he couldn't go into, so, that's not to ask.
Right.
But a lot of them, 2 of the kids were hurt in the weight room. Surgeries,
last week's game.
Concussions. They just can't catch a break. And sometimes I wonder, when you have this many injuries, if something needs to be tweaked in the weights and conditioning program, because 2 of the injuries happen in the weight room. And there is a right way to lift, and there is a wrong way to lift. And there's wrong things to do when you're lifting. And so making sure you have someone who knows what they're doing to head up your strength and conditioning program. And sometimes, usually that's not really the head coach. That's someone who's been trained in weights and conditioning. Here's our kickoff, another little pooch kick.
Oh,
it hit the ground, and it's going to be covered up about the 28-yard line.
Miller's kickoff, recovered by number 6, Drew.
I might try to catch Coach Wallenberg after the game real quick before he gets in the locker room and just tell him I'll be thinking about him and hoping the best for him this year. And I hope that the Newton people can see that this many injuries is sure beyond the head coach's ability to do anything about it. There's Rinsberg.
There you go.
And all the way up to the 45.
Ball carrier number 7.
17-yard pickup, just like that.
Stop for the Cougars is number 7, Stephen Slayton.
This is a kid, you don't want to get him going up to speed. You want to cut him down behind line of scrimmage or at the close to line of scrimmage before he gets to full speed.
Gain of 17 on the play. First and 10, Railers, 46-yard line.
Hand off to the fullback, he's going to get a couple yards. And this is really what Newton needs, Charles. They need to have their offense move the chains and go put the ball in the end zone and give their defense a time to rest.
Yeah, that is definitely what they need to do. I don't know why they're not running to the wide side of the field. If I got speed, I'd try to take him on to the wide side.
I think when you come back to the short side, you're just trying to trick them. Because the defense might be playing to the right side of the field. Here's to come back in the man in motion. He's got over the 50. And Cade's going to carry it down to the 47.
Also number 30, Justin Allen.
And it'll be 3rd down and 3 from there. I'll tell you what, the temperature in the wind chill has really dropped since the start of the game.
Yes, it did.
I got my jacket on now.
Kind of makes you think that it's a good thing we do got jackets.
Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down 3. Ball at the South 47.
No, I would.
3rd and 3, huh?
I'd be trying to find some place to speak under cover. There's the fullback. He's got room to go. And he's going to carry it down all the way down to the 24-yard line. Mr. Slayton got him at the 30 or at the 31, but he got him high.
Making the tackle for the Cougars is number 7, Stephen.
But he didn't let go.
He didn't let go, but you got to hit him low and take those legs out.
Gain of 17 on the play. 1st and 10, Railers, 24-yard line.
Fumble. And he's going to be carried down to about the 20.
About 5 yards, didn't he?
He got 4.
17, Landon Moore.
He fumbled the snap.
Yep.
Didn't come away with it clearly.
Number 2, Justin Sullivan.
And he's going to carry it down to the 21, so they're going to give him a 3-yard pickup.
But a 3 yards out of could have been a disaster.
Or
good.
A loss of 1.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been a disaster. Fumble real easy.
Yeah, I've seen those kind of balls get kicked around. It's to the up back.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's going to score.
He came right out of there.
Missed tackles. He broke tackles at the line of scrimmage, and because there was such a pile, when he broke free, there was no one there in front of him.
A 21-yard touchdown run by the Railers, number 35, Jonah Bracken.
But I don't think we had all of our starters on the field, though, on defense. I've noticed a couple of people on the defensive line and linebackers that I didn't see in the first half.
Huh.
Now, that was the best thing to happen for Coach Wellenberg and his team.
Good.
Kick is up and good.
Extra point good by number 23, Alejandro Garcia.
So with 9:14 to go in the third quarter, we got a score of Salina South 47, Newton 14.
The Salina South Booster Club would like to thank Kelly Kistner Insurance Agency for sponsoring our tailgate this evening. We appreciate their support of the Salina South Booster
At
Club
halftime,
and South High.
Great Bend was leading Central by 4, so if that holds out, we would be playing Great Bend for the district championship next week here. Now, you see an onside kick coming?
But it very well would be time. Down 14 to 47.
And I'm the special teams coach for South. I'm telling my front line guys, you don't turn and go till you know that ball's been kicked over your head. Yep, now you go. That's going to go out of bounds. Went out to 31. So that ball we brought up to the 35.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team.
And they will start with the ball on the far hash mark.
Previous spot, first down.
Well, I'll take the ball at the 35. Good field position. Newton forgot the kicking tee, and one of the players who's in street clothes had to help run out and get it.
35-yard line.
Well, you got the backup quarterback in.
Yeah.
Ball carrier is number 11, Casey Ledoux.
And Casey,
on the field.
and if
Wow,
Casey,
Casey's been playing good. He's been playing a little defense too, huh?
we got a flag on the play too. Now, if Casey would have pitched it, there was some yardage. Now, he got yardage, but I think there would have been more yardage if he would have pitched it early on, and he didn't do it. And I think Coach Sellers was talking to him about that very thing right after the play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, results in a first down.
15 yard from the end of the run, which was a 6-yard pickup, so that's a 21-yard gain right there.
Well, Casey, and he's only a sophomore that they got in the quarterback right now, so he's getting plenty. That's good experience.
Yes, it is. That's D'Angelo.
On first down, the ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner. Making the stop for the Railers, number 54, Brendan Powell.
And I wonder who is the backup to D'Angelo
38-yard line.
when D'Angelo and Sam are not in there. That was a nice read, a nice cut.
Ball carrier
They had
number
kind of
3,
pushed it to the
D'Angelo
outside,
Turner.
and he cut back inside the block and picked up enough all the way down to the 30 for a first down.
Making the stop for the Railers, number 3, Luke Porter. First and 10 Cougars, ball at the 30-yard line.
Right now, I still think this is mostly first string outside the quarterback. And he's going to be marked down. D'Angelo's going to be all the way down
What did you
inside
see?
the 20.
How he
D'Angelo
accelerated
Turner.
there at the end.
Yeah, I saw that.
On the field.
We got a flag round about the
That holding.
26-yard line. Might have a holding.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards. In the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
And that's a spot foul, so that makes
First
it
down,
down
17, ball at the 37-yard line.
first and 17. So
Almost dropped it.
he did.
Oh!
Someone came out of the pack with it.
Fumble on the play.
And that carried all the way back to the 25-yard line. Sometimes that's what happens when you have the
Making the recovery for the Railers, number 86, Christian Malcolm.
that's a second turnover for South. But that sometimes happens when you have the backup quarterback in and he's not working with his usual center that he works with.
First
Yeah.
and 10, Newton, ball at the Salina South 25-yard line.
And Mr. Winsberg's going to get about a yard.
Number 7, Cade Remsburg. Making a stop for the Cougars, number 23, Devin Johnson. Gain of a yard on the play, second down.
Well,
9.
until that play, though, South was
24-yard
moving the
line.
ball again at will. They gave it to the
Hand off
upback.
fullback.
He's only going to get about a yard.
Ball carrier number 35, Jonah Bracken, making the stop for the Cougars. Number 48, Corey Heichelman.
For some reason, the official on the far side of the field stopped the clock, and I couldn't understand why. I thought maybe there was a flag, but I didn't see anything. Then the referee started again.
Third down 8, 23-yard line.
I have no explanation. He's looking to throw it.
He's wide open. Picked off.
Intercepted. It's going to be intercepted at the 4, either the 3 or the 4 yard line. Always see
Making
where.
the interception for the Cougars. Number 23, Devin Johnson.
Devin Johnson went up. He threw the ball in the air. It was a jump ball. Devin won it, 3 yard line.
But the quarterback can't, if he could throw it a little better, he had 7 open.
Yes, he did.
10 Cougars, ball at their own 3-yard line.
That's their 3rd turnover of the game. Well, now South needs to go 97 yards.
Oh,
Safety. Should be a safety. It is a safety. They let someone come through unblocked, and he tackled him for a loss.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
They did a run blitz.
The Railers number 86, Tristan Malcolm. The goal of the play is a safety for the Railers.
Well, I would think that probably is not going to make Coach Sellers real happy.
Didn't you hear him?
No, I didn't.
He was yelling right now. He was yelling when they came off.
Since he works with the offensive defensive line, yeah, I would say so. Because if he could have got to the corner, they had the corner.
Right.
And that was a long gainer. But they let someone cut through and cut him down.
He could punt this ball, though.
He's got the wind maybe a little bit at his back.
Punting for the Cougars is number 82, Jacob
He
Foster.
was getting some good ones off earlier when they were practicing.
Yep. And he was doing it kicking in this direction with the wind at his back,
That's
too.
what I mean.
And he has to kick it from the 20. Nice.
He laid that one. Whoa!
Oh, and he touched it too. Ooh.
He tripped over his own man.
Did he?
Yeah.
Back to the 25-yard line.
7, Caden Remsburg.
That punt with the wind went over 60 yards in the air. From the 20 to the 20.
You see him, he was booting him earlier today.
Justin
So.
Allen.
And then it bounced over Remsburg's head, and he got a hand on it. And a kickoff, whether you touch it or not, is a live ball. You have to get back there and fall on it. So they're going to mark it down to 24, just inside the 24.
First and 10, Railers, 24-yard
I don't
line.
think they're going to be throwing it much.
Handoff.
Yep.
He goes nowhere.
They're going to mark him a 1-yard pickup up to the 25. And I can tell you right now, when you have something that good and that fast,
Making the stop for the Cougars, number
You know
2,
what's
Justin
amazing to
Sullivan.
me is how now when you get your bell rung, you can't play for a week or two. He's doing, when we used to get our bell rung,
you get it rang multiple times in a game.
Gain of a yard on the
They
play.
send you
Second
right
down
on
9,
back out there, too.
25-yard line.
Here's a quick pitch. He's cutting back, going the other direction, but they stopped him. He got it up to the
Ball carrier
28-yard
number 7,
line.
Cade Remsburg. Making the stop for the Cougars,
I remember one game
number
with the
48,
Chiefs,
Corey Heichelman.
and Derek Thomas got hit in the head, and the helmet actually almost got twisted around sideways. And he came over to the sideline, And Schottenheimer mouthed the words and just said, "Can you hear me?" And Derek Thomas smiled and goes, "Yeah, I can hear you, Coach." Marty was just kind of messing with him. And the very next play, Derek was back in the game.
Yeah.
He's back to throw.
Back to pass.
Wow.
Pass is incomplete.
That wasn't even an ugly duck.
No, I don't know.
That was a wounded shot duck.
But you really got to, you got to really feel for him. They got a running back in there trying to play quarterback. He's doing the best he can. You know, running backs don't pass.
Unless he played quarterback at some time in his past, I don't know.
There's nowhere near that name of quarterback.
And he hasn't really been very accurate when
and
he
doesn't step into it. You see when he's just kind of like throws it up and hopefully it gets there.
4th down 6, 29-yard
He
line.
may have thrown a couple of halfback passes.
That's where I'm telling my young man,
whoa, whoa.
Were they going to run a fake? He was looking like he was trying to throw the ball. Did you see that?
He was, yeah.
I think they had called a fake.
Ball carrier number 17, Landon Moore.
Either that,
For the Cougars.
once he fumbled it, the guys were, and he saw he wasn't going to be able to kick it. He was looking to throw it to somebody, and there was no one to throw it to.
No.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 54, Jared Stolzenberg.
So actually, you take over on downs inside the 15. Is that Lanou? Yep, number 11. And here comes D'Angelo.
1st and 10, Cougars, 15-yard line.
D'Angelo, there's a flag.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner, penalty marker on the field.
Where's that in the grounds of holding? Yeah.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Foul replay. 1st down.
I'm telling you right now, these penalties for holding on the offensive line,
They've done that a lot.
Coach Sellers is not going to be very happy about. I like to go to a Monday practice because depending on how many penalties they get, or penalty yards, I don't know how it's based on,
1st down,
they
20,
run.
Ball at the 24-yard line.
Casey keeping it.
Ball carrier number 11, Casey Lanou.
He's not even looking to pitch the ball.
Making the stop for the Railers, number 3, Luke Porter.
That time would have
Also
been a
number
good
7,
time for
Cade
him to pitch
Redfern.
it.
To make this a true threat, you have to be able to be looking to at least pitch the ball.
Gain of 5, 2nd down, 15, ball at the 19-yard line.
There you go. Oh man, someone took a wrong angle, and because of it,
Ball carrier number 3,
D'Angelo Turner was able to get outside and get that positive yardage. Did you see that linebacker? Our defensive end took the wrong angle.
What did he pick up about?
He forgot, I'm a big guy, this is a small guy, he's faster than me. I needed to go a little bit wider on my angle, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And small, fast guy went around him.
3rd down, 4, ball at the 9-yard line.
Is he going in? They're marking him short, about a yard short.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
He carried people for about 5 yards.
Yeah. And he's got the ball. They got the ball. I don't know about the. He's on the 3.
First
No, it's on the
Cougars,
1.
ball at the
On the
1-yard
1.
line.
Now, if he scores here,
Fullback should score. This fullback time.
no, they're going to give it to him. And it's a
I
touchdown.
would have gave it to the fullback.
But this is his
Touchdown,
second or third score.
Cougars.
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
We might have our South player of the game there.
Yeah.
Touchdown run number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
No.
What the heck happened?
I don't know. They better hope
Extra
their
point
kicker
is
is
no
back
good.
next week, though.
They said he is. Yeah, Sam said he'd be back, and he said he'd be back the next week.
They need him.
Yeah, because we've had 3 missed extra points. Actually 4, but we made up one with a 2-point conversion. So with 3:39 left to go in the third quarter, you got a score of Salina South
Well, didn't Newton
53.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Did
football team
Newton
would like
beat
to
Great
thank
Bend
Roger
last
and
week?
Approval.
No, they got beat 50 to something to 21.
Oh, Newton did.
Yeah, Great Bend beat them 52 to 21 or something like that. Well, they're saying that Newton's got 16. I don't remember them getting 16. They had 7. So Newton should have 14. They've kicked the 2 extra points.
2-point safety.
Well, I totally forgot that safety. Yep, 2-point safety. So 16 points for Newton.
Kicking off for the Cougars, number 45, Jaden Miller.
And he's going to carry it up over the 30.
Two teams go to the playoffs, though, don't they?
Yep, you're champion and you're runner-up. So if Central loses, that means Central and Newton would both have 2 losses. They're out. That would mean
next week's game.
The pyramid. Yeah, who's the champion and who's the runner-up.
Right. First and 10 Railers, ball at their own 33-yard line.
Now all we can do is hope that Central mounts a comeback.
I hope they do.
They do too. Ooh, high pitch.
Ball carrier number 7, Cade Rensburg.
That was almost a disaster in the making.
Making a stop for the Cougars, number 31, Evan Irish.
The thing is, he has all that speed, but they're not letting him get past the line to use it. And the one time that he did get past the line and use it, we saw what happened.
All he needs is a seam with that speed. The fullback.
Nowhere.
He's going to get a couple yards up to the 37.
Ball carrier number 35, Jonah Bracken.
Usually by now the wind has died down.
Yeah, it's still blowing away, ain't it?
And it's getting chilly.
Third down 6, 37-yard line.
A quick pitch out to Pims.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He got him. But there was a missed tackle back at the line of scrimmage.
Number 7, Cade Rensburg.
If he had any strength about him, he should have been to the house.
Yeah.
Making a stop for the Cougars,
But he's only 175 pounds. He needs more time. Yeah, he needs more time. But then again, there's my dad always said that once you stop growing up, that's when you'll start growing out. That's when you start putting the muscle on. But you have to look at his parents' frames. Are they thin framed? And some kids just don't put on they don't put on a lot of weight. That's just their body frame that they have.
Uh-oh, there's a flag.
Ball carrier number 7, Cade Rensburg, penalty marker on the field.
Well, obviously it must be on south because the Newton crowd, what little there is, got a little loud and raucous. And the South coaches are yelling onto the field at one of their players. Oh, they're yelling for someone to go replace somebody.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Half the distance to the goal, and yardage does result in first down. First and goal.
And that's Mr. Devin Johnson.
wasn't him though.
First and goal for the Railers.
I think so.
Ball at the 9-yard line.
He came over with
the guy that was on the outside, the one that's further out, that's out there on the corner now.
No,
Oh, is that who just came in?
Devin Johnson. Yeah, just came in. Devin Johnson.
Timeout on the field. Charge to Newton. That's their first timeout of the second.
When he came over, he was going like this, like what? Maybe trying to sell. I didn't really do anything, but. That's the first timeout of the second half. Well, that long carry for Mr. Remsburg definitely put him over 100 yards for the game. I say if Coach Wallenberg can get a quarterback who doesn't have to be a great throwing quarterback, but a good throwing quarterback who can throw the ball accurately to give them even a medium passing
attack.
With this kid at tailback, you have an offense that can do things.
Yeah. Wow.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Railers.
He just ran right through him.
Yeah.
Nine-yard touchdown run, number 3, Luke Porter.
Oh, that was Porter. That wasn't Remsburg.
No.
Gonna say he ran with some authority and power.
That's Porter. He's been running that way the whole game. When they pulled him.
Kick is good.
Extra point good by number 23, Alejandro Garcia.
So in a minute 39 left to go in the third quarter, you got a score of Salina South 53, Newton 23.
Ladies and gentlemen, scores of interest. Third quarter score at Great Bend, 42. Salina Central, 31. After 5 complete innings at Kaufman in Game 6 of the ALCS, the Royals 2 and the Blue Jays 1.
Still got the lead. He said the end of 5, right? We could be close to getting into that bullpen now. All right, now South needs to really watch an onside kick or a pooch kick here. They really need to watch the pooch and the onside.
Now South will have Great Bend here next week, right?
That's correct. And they did Squibber to right the up guy who did the right thing. Just fell on it. 46-yard line.
Metzger's kickoff. Down by the Cougars, number 10, Michael Matthews.
Well,
so Dr. Schaefer's down there watching the
First
game.
and 10 Cougars.
Probably.
46-yard line.
Right down here.
Yeah, he's at all the South games. One of the shorter runs for South during the game.
Ball carrier number 27, Keaton Cunningham.
All right, now we're into the second and third teamers.
Making the stop for the Railers, number 55, Aiden Mills.
Because Keaton Cunningham is not a very big kid. He's going to be marked all the way down inside the 40.
Number 27, Keaton Cunningham.
And folks, he is a senior, 5'6", 127 pounds, running back. Dripping wet, of course. So yeah, the defender won that hit on the sideline, but he had already had enough for first down. But you saw the speed that he had too.
38-yard line.
Nice cut to the inside.
Ball carrier number 27, Keaton Cunningham.
Which tells me one thing. He's not afraid of contact.
No.
He might be a little guy, but he might be one of those tough little guys who, I don't care how big you are, I'm still going to run into you. I love those type of football players.
Yeah, he's a football player.
Yeah, I love those types. They're fun to coach. They really are. They're fun to coach. I had a couple kids in Salvation Army football,
32-yard line.
twin brothers from Salina, the Petitjean kids, and they were fun to coach. They were afraid of nothing. They'd run through a brick wall if you asked them to. Did you see that little hop skip?
Wow.
Ball carrier
He's
number
got
27, Keaton Cunningham.
He's running between the tackles and getting positive yardage at 127 pounds, Charles.
I see that. And dancing,
I love this kid.
He got some little dancing in there and everything.
He's got a little shake and hop and skip to him. Well, folks, that's the third quarter with a score of Salina South 53, Newton 23.
Newton 23.
And if Les Central mounts a comeback and puts a stop to Great Bend's offense, it will be South in Great Bend here next week playing for the district championship and probably a home game for game one in the playoffs. This will move South's record to 5-3. And now we got the offense down on our end of the field, so we get to watch something here.
Starting the fourth quarter.
And I got to say that this Newton defense has got to be tired.
26-yard line.
Oh!
Who moved first? Who moved first? The defense jumped, and the offensive guard for our tackle for South actually reacted to him moving.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
Well, defense can move, but if they didn't get into the neutral zone before the South guy jumped, well, then that's on South.
First down 15, 31-yard line.
Yeah, Sam's not going to be real happy about all these flag, and plus we had a
that says holding.
Ball carrier number 27, Keaton Cunningham, penalty marker on the field.
Holding on the offense. Penalty is declined. Second down.
Yeah, they're going to take the loss of play in the down. So give them another down and 10 more yards. You got second and 15.
I would see what we could do with a pass.
Second down 17, 33-yard line.
Yeah, I'd like to see what kind of passer Mr. Lanou is.
That
was terribly executed.
Ball carrier number 27, Keaton
Terribly
Cunningham.
executed. And folks, that's sometimes what you get when you get the second and third team guys in there. You don't get as crisp a play. Because that's two plays in a row of moving backwards after you've been moving the ball down the field. He's going to get some positive yards, but not even close.
Keaton Cunningham.
Down to the 33. Are you going to punt?
Making this up for the Railers, number 34, Nolan Brill.
I would throw a pass play.
Yeah, I'd like to see what he can do throwing the ball. I haven't seen him this year when he's been at quarterback. thrown or have thrown it off that I can remember.
Right now would be a good time to see a pass play. Let's see what you can do.
Fourth
Throw
down,
it.
16, 33-yard line.
Nope, they're going to carry it down inside,
carrier number 27,
down to the 30, and that's it.
Railers will take over on down.
Now, I guess I'm going to have to ask Sam why they're not allowing him to throw the ball.
I have no idea.
Because if he's not that good a passer and your quarterback goes down, you become one-dimensional as an offense.
Well, he's on defense, though.
Newton takes over first and 10, ball at their own 30.
I see him back there playing safety.
He's been there all day.
I think it's Mr.
Ball carrier
Remsburg.
number 7, Cade Remsburg.
Going to carry it up to the 33, pick up a 3.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 48, Corey Heichelman.
Yeah, I really would like to see what kind of a throwing quarterback he is.
Gain of 3, second down 7, 33-yard line.
Hand off again to him. This time he's going to maybe lose.
Number 7, Cade Remsburg. Making the stop for the Cougars.
Now he's going to get back to the.
TJ Weir.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. No gain. And it looks like to me, South has still got their starters in on defense.
Yeah.
Mostly because of Mr. Remsburg. Because
No gain on the play.
you
Third
put
down
the second
3.
string in and he hits a seam, he scores real quick. And you don't want that to happen.
There he goes.
Yeah, he's got first down and more. They did not react well to him coming back in motion, and they got out there late.
Was the Cougars number 7, Stephen Slayton.
And that's where speed will do it. That wide side of the field,
But
too.
I'm not going to say names, but there was 2 guys on South Side who didn't bust their butts to get out there and then realized it was too late and tried to get. You got to get out there first and shut down the outside and force it back to the inside. And they didn't do that.
Gain of 15 on the play. First and 10, Railers, 48-yard line.
That was to the up back, and I don't think he's going to get anything.
They just need him to
Ball
step.
carrier number 35, and
If I had him, I would have him step back, throw the pass to him,
number
and let him
74,
run.
Anthony Moreno.
Screens.
Yeah.
Screens. Come out of the backfield, throw him into the flat, and let him be one-on-one with somebody.
No gain.
Yeah.
Second down 10,
Let's play
48-yard
race.
line.
Yeah. He's your best horse. You give him the ball.
Pass incomplete.
That wasn't a bad pass. Just a little bit overthrown. That's not a bad pass.
But he
And-
doesn't, if you notice, he doesn't have a quarterback's technique.
No, he does
doesn't
not.
step back. He doesn't step into it.
No, but that wasn't a bad pass. It was just a touch overthrown. And the defender got behind both. I mean, the wide receiver
Third
got
down
both
10,
behind both
48-yard
South
line.
defenders. That's what Sam said he wanted to do.
Ball
Make
carrier
him
number
stop and
7,
come back in a different
Remsburg.
direction.
Right.
Take away that, negate that speed of his.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 30, Justin Allen.
Wow. This kid went,
That brings
if
the
he,
fourth down for the Railers in punt formation number 17, Landon Moore.
next year,
So
For
the
Cougars,
punter
number
is the
43,
quarterback.
Sam Corona.
and next year they'll be here for the Central game.
Next year, they have a different playoff system.
Now, well, that's right, we do. Last game of the year is starts the championship. But it makes me wonder how they're going to set that up. I guess I'll have to ask Sam at the end of the game. about that. And that still might be determined because they will no longer have districts. So one of my questions was when I heard about that, well, then does that mean South and Central will play together last game of the year? And I've been told no. So you could still have both teams qualify for the playoffs.
Cougars take over first and 10, ball at their own 18-yard line.
I wish I'd let Mr. Lanu throw the ball. Nice carry up over the 20.
Ball carrier number 29, Tanner Parrott.
What year is he? Tanner Parrott. He's a sophomore. 5'8", 155 pounds. He's got Keaton Cunningham by almost 20 pounds.
Cunningham's here on the side, right next to Corona.
Unit 4 on the play, second down 6, 22-yard line. Ball carrier number 29, Tanner Parrott.
He hesitated. Can't hesitate. You got to attack that hole with
Making
speed.
the stop for the Railers, number 34, Nolan Brill. No gain, third down 6, 22-yard line.
Wow.
See?
Yeah.
Terrible execution on that. Terrible execution.
Making the stop
Tanner's
for the
got to
Railers,
make
number
better
22,
decisions than that.
Evan
Much better
Kelsey.
decisions on that.
He hasn't passed you one yet, has he?
Casey
That
Lanier.
brings up fourth down.
He's got to make
Punt
better
formation
decisions.
For the Cougars, number 82,
And he's got to make a quicker decision too. Because if he had been able to pitch that in stride, he might have had a first down. For him to get that kick away when it was dribbled back to him and with the rushers getting in his face, that was a good kick.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a heck of a balance. But that was a good kick, considering.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Salina South Booster Club would like to thank.
Matter of fact, the special teams coach just came out and gave him a fist bump to Mr. Foster for that. He handled a very low snap off the grass and then had two men rushing in on him, and he still got the kick off. And I'll tip my hat to Mr. Foster on that play too. All right, well, they could have had him for a loss.
Ball carrier number 7, Cade Remsburg.
And that's what speed and quick feet will do for you. Yeah, he's got a little hitch, giddy up in his hitch there now. Must not be too bad because now it's starting to loosen up. One of those, you tweak the ankle a little bit and you first get up and then after about 4 or 5 steps, that's not okay. I can play.
Unit 4, second down 6, 40-yard line.
Yep. That's what you get for not watching the ball and listening to the snap.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 penalties on South.
Second down 1, 45-yard line.
And the fullback's going to have enough for the first.
Ball carrier number 45, Jacob Robbins. Correction number 35 is Jonah Brackett. Gain of a couple on the play. First and 10.
So you thought about your
47-yard line.
I'm still leaning towards D'Angelo or the offensive line.
Ball carrier number 7, Cade Remsburg.
And this is where, Charles, having someone here to help us with stats could really help on this.
Right.
Because you could be having a defensive player right now who's been part of shutting Remsburg down.
Right, having all
and
the
we know
tackles.
nothing about it.
That's right. That's right. Maybe that's what we need to look into really hard next year. It's having a stats person.
With a program or someone can, or a system they can set up to run stats. Oh, he got way more yards than he should have.
He's a running back.
Yeah, he's a running back, but he still got more yards than he should have.
You can tell it. He didn't just go down. He wanted to make a little bit of contact too.
And this defense is starting to get tired because we still got a lot of our starters out there. Because it comes down to, again, points sometimes, but since these two teams next week will play for championship, it doesn't matter on points now.
Right.
Whoever wins the game. Mr. Remsburg is going to be short of the first down.
Well, they got one
Ball
more
carrier
down to
number
get
7,
it.
Cade Remsburg.
Fourth down. And 3 to go, they're saying. A long 2, not a full 3.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Fourth
Watch
down
if they don't try to use a snap
45-yard
count to
line.
get South to jump. They didn't. Straight hand off to Remsburg.
And he's got it.
He's got enough for the first.
Ball carrier number 7, Cade Remsburg.
But
Flag.
South is moving back, it looks like. Again, this is not going to make Sam happy. This would be penalty number 11.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, that's not going to make Sam happy.
First and 10 Railers, 27-yard line.
Oh, nice tackle. DJ Weir made on Remsburg.
Ball carrier number 3, Luke Porter.
Oh, Luke Porter. He was slow
Making
getting
a
up.
stop for the Cougars, number 4, DJ Weir. Loss of a
Nice
yard on the
tackle by
play,
Mr.
second down,
DJ Weir.
11, 28-yard line.
Quick pitch again,
Ball carrier number 3, Luke Porter.
and Luke Porter didn't get anything
Making a
again.
stop for the Cougars, number 48, Corey Heichelman.
No gain on the play.
Also in for the Cougars, number 42, Peyton Webb.
Oh, so we're starting moving some of our backups in the defense.
No gain, third down, 11, 28-yard line.
Yeah.
Got some yards there. They carry it down
Ball carrier
short of the
number
20.
3, Luke Porter.
Timeout Newton.
Timeout on the field, charges to Newton.
Well, I think it'll make for a very interesting game next week, Charles.
Yeah. Sounds that way, too.
Update from Great Bend with 5 minutes remaining in the contest. It is Great Bend 50, Salina Central 31.
Great Bend's pulled away from him.
4th down 4, 21-yard line.
He's throwing it. And he still got it. Touchdown. Nobody was there. And he threw a jump ball.
Touchdown Raylor.
And because they let the man go uncovered, I thought, well, here comes another interception.
Yeah.
But there was no one there. And he caught it, decided to make one guy miss.
21-yard touchdown reception, number 6, Drew Kurtzen.
And yeah, we had a lot of the second, third teamers in on defense there in this last part of this drive. But still not going to make Chris Barkley happy.
Extra point good by number 23, Alejandro Garcia.
So with 21 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, you got a score of Salina South 53, Newton 30. I think before I make my choice though, I think I'm gonna go in and take a look at the stats that the KSAL guys got.
Well, and I like to see who they got picked too.
But if you got a bunch of people that have done well, and they have, all the runners have done well. Yarowitz has done well.
Number 20, Hill Metzger.
Just kick it to the guy, let him fall on it.
And it's over. 21 seconds
Kickoff
left.
down by the Cougars, number 80, Ethan Resley.
And the crowd is making their way to the exit gates.
1st and 10 Cougars, 34-yard line.
He's just going to take a knee. You can see how that's the knee formation.
And that's going to be it, folks.
53 to 30.
53 to 30, South over Newton. Great Bend was comfortably ahead of Central with 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So more than likely, it looks like, unless Central becomes back.
Final score, Salina South 53.
Looks like it'll be South
30.
Great Bend here for the district championship next week.
Yep.
And
exactly
we will see you with the post-game awarding of the Player of the Week, and then the interview with Coach Sam Sellers.
Of Salina at SalinaTV.org.
Oh, let's work it now.
The scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org.
The scene of Salina at
SalinaTV.org.
We're going like a
On the
Illuminati.
scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org. Did you get it?
Welcome to the Remax MVP Player of the Week. This week's winner is D'Angelo Turner. Looks like you had a good game tonight, D'Angelo.
Yeah. Offensively, we had a good week of preparation. Our coach always tells us that we had talent. We just had to show it this game. And all I had to do was on my shoulder because that's my thing. And got the win, scored 3 times.
And when in scoring those 3 times, it looked like when you hit those corners, it looked like you had an extra burst of speed going around there.
Yeah, every time I've always wanted to break a long run. That's always my main thing. I like the short touchdowns, but I like the long ones better. So I always try to burst out and break it. That's just my thing.
And then the times when you were cutting up through the middle, through the tackles, it looked like you would break and then you would put that head down to run over the top of a few people.
Yeah, that's my thing, lowering my shoulder.
So I'd like to thank you for being the MVP of this week. And we'll be right back with Coach Sellers and a wrap-up of tonight's game.
Welcome to the post-game interview. I'm here with Coach Sam Sellers, and I can't remember the score. He can't remember the score. It was a blowout. And as I said before we came on camera, in the first half, there was really nothing you couldn't do right. I mean, you just, anything you wanted, you draw someone was saying, it worked. It was just an unstoppable offense.
Yeah, and honestly, I was disappointed with our first 2 drives, offensively and defensively. But once we kind of got settled in a little bit, really pleased with how we performed. And you know, the nice thing is we worked on some things tonight that we haven't been as good at, and got the option game going tonight, which is a nice thing. And Jacob did a great job running that tonight, and we're able to do some spread stuff that we haven't done a ton of yet this year. And you know, we work on it in practice. It's nice to work on stuff in games. And awfully proud of our ground game tonight. You know, especially our starters did a nice job on, and you know, those 2 backs we have back there are awfully talented, and it was nice to get them big games and get them loose out in the open and seeing what they can do out there. And you know, our offensive line's coming along, and you know, they're just getting better and better every week, and you know, that's kind of their battle cry, and you know, we're going to go as far as they take us. We have a lot of talent around us, and they know that, and they kind of own that, and you know, so far, you know, they're plugging right along like we need them to.
I was reminded of, towards the end of the second quarter, of the old line from Groucho Marx. I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. I told Charles, we came to a football game and a track meet broke out, because it was long runs here, long run there, long pass there, and including a long 70-yard touchdown by Mr. Cade Pimsburg. That's an amazing, fast young man, but he's got some football skill besides being fast.
Oh yeah, he's a heck of a talent, and you know, that one play we had a breakdown, you know, in a couple spots, and when you do that against a kid like that, he's going to take it to the house, and he definitely did. And once he gets in the open field, he might as well head to the sideline, because it's over.
But we had long plays and long drives and just scored real quick. You guys just I think in the first half your shortest carry was about 3 or 4 yards, and that was Sam Corona for a first down on 4th and 2, and he went 3. After that, it was 12, 15, 20, on up to 50. I think Sam had a 50-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, we were explosive tonight in our run game, and you know, Sam and D'Angelo were great, and even Jacob, you know, popped off some big runs. And you know, Jacob, I've been fighting him, you know, since he was a freshman, probably, that you know, he thinks he's a poor ball carrier, and because he's not the fastest kid in the world, but he's not terribly slow either. And he, you know, it was nice to get him going out in the open a little bit tonight and showing him that, you know, he can do some things too on the ground. And you know, I think that's good for his confidence.
Yeah, his couple early pass attempts didn't go very well, not real accurate. But then he seemed to settle down, like you told me last week when he did settle down that second half, and he started throwing the ball. And that throwing the ball really even loosened up that defense, I would say undermanned defense for Coach Wallenberg, and they didn't know what to do because you were running and throwing.
Yeah, and that's when we play well, that's what we can do to teams, and with the personnel that we have this year. And you know, it was nice to be able. We did some stuff out of the eye, and then we'd get into a series where we spread it out and throw it around a little bit. And it's, like I said earlier, it's nice to be able to work on that stuff. And when Jacob, you know, hits a couple first passes of the game, he really locks in, and he has such a great mind for the game. He knows, you know, what the defense is doing, where we need the ball to go in our offense, and what receivers, you know, on what plays. And he puts it where he needs to put it. He's got a great, connection with our receivers. They kind of have a, nonverbal language out there, and they'll stem routes off, and Jacob, is on the same page with them, and when we're clicking, we're tough to stop.
Well, Central got beat by Great Bend at Great Bend, so Great Bend will come in here, and you two will both go to the playoffs, but the winner would be the district championship. Hopefully that means a home game. So what can you tell me and Salina about what Great Bend does when offensively?
Well, obviously, I was interested in the game tonight. Great Bend's a team that is now 6-2, but going into the night was 5-2, and all 5 wins came against opponents that coming into tonight were 1-6. So not very good teams. The 2 losses came against very good teams in Dodge and Garden. So, on film they looked awfully good. We just didn't know, get a like opponent now with Central, and so that'll be a good gauge for us to see. And obviously they've proved tonight that they're an awfully good football team, and so it's going to be a big one. Offensively, they spread it out. The quarterback is very good, can run it and throw it, is a true dual threat kid, and really makes them go offensively. And defensively, they're on a 3-3 stack. They're slanting and bringing backers everywhere, and they just try to confuse offenses, and it's going to be a heck of a test for us. And our kids are excited for it. You don't play football to play in games like tonight. You play football to play in these big games, and they know it's going to be a big one, and have to have a great week of practice and come out and try to get a district championship.
And I was going to ask you, I wanted you to explain what the 3-3 stack is and how does it work, and have you played anybody so far this year that has something similar?
Yeah, Goddard was a little bit similar. Basically, they have 3 defensive linemen, and every play they're slanting a direction. They're head up on the center and the tackles, and they're slanting in or slanting out. And right behind them is a linebacker, behind all 3 of them, that he's a lot of times coming the other direction, and so there's guys moving everywhere every possession. What we're used to seeing a lot of times is just the gap sound, solid defenses that everybody knows their job, and this kind of defense is just wide open, wild, and sometimes they're going to guess right and blow you up, and sometimes they're going to guess wrong. When they guess wrong, it's important to execute, and you're going to get hit big plays on them when they guess wrong. But it's the biggest thing that we preach to our kids when we play a team like this is the number one goal of this defense is to cause your brain to lock up, and you get frustrated and don't know where they're coming and where they're going, and it's just keeping your mind in it, executing every play like they are taught to do, and our basic concepts of each play. And it's a big test. It's frustrating as an offensive guy and as a play caller to you just have to go with the mentality that they're going to guess right sometimes, and you're get blown up for no gain or a little bit of a loss, and you just got to stick with stuff, and and those kids just have to keep battling. You're going to hit some big ones too on them.
Well, that gives me with 2 questions I want to finish with. And one question is in that your offensive line needs to have good communication and stay focused, and that would really kind of help them in against this defense.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's a big challenge for an offensive line, and I think it's one that we need right now, to be honest with you. And we've got some good confidence now, and it's time for a big test. And going to the playoffs, you're going to see some great teams from here on out, and it's going to be a big one for us.
And the last question is, would it a good counter to this defense is getting the ball to the outside quickly like you do with your quick throws to the wide receivers or quick pitches?
Yeah, and they're going to play man-to-man across the board and stack the box. It's just what that defense does, and so we're going to have to make them pay and execute, pass protect, and quarterback and wide receivers do their thing, and hopefully that gives us some good balance and gives us some success offensively.
So that means you might keep a running back or a tight end in to help block?
Yeah, and I mean, that's what we've been doing all year, with our pass protection stuff. As good as we are on the edges at wide receiver, we have kids that can get open against man-to-man coverage, and we're blessed with, some very, very talented kids out there, and so we can do a lot of max protection stuff and go one-on-one with guys.
And I tell you, folks, if you didn't see it, Trace Cochever had a great game and a series there where he had 3 passes in a row that all went for first downs, and that's nice to see that your tight end is scoring and able to move the ball.
Trace is maybe the best player on our team. That, you know, tight end's just one of those positions that doesn't always get all the notoriety. He's maybe the best tight end we've honestly ever had here at South High, and we've had some awfully good ones. And Stoney and I were talking about that this week, and he is phenomenal in the run game and is 6'7", and can run. He's deceptive speed-wise. He's so long, he doesn't look like he's going real fast, but he can move pretty good, and he's got good hands, and he's a heck of a weapon for us. And it's good to get him the ball more. You know, with those wide receivers that you have, it's kind of tough to spread it around, especially if we want to max protect and keep him into protect. But it was nice tonight to split him out a little bit and get him the ball and show people what he can do.
And he did, and the whole South team did. It was a dominating first half. They coasted on to win this game, win it easily. But I do want to make a challenge. I was really disappointed at the poor turnout we had of students and of adults for this game. And we don't need that for next week. We need this side filled, and we need people yelling. This goes back to the old rivalry between Great Bend and Salina High before the schools were split. They've never got along. South and Central, even my day when I played at South in the 70s, we hated Great Bend. And so this is an old rivalry game, but it's also a very important game. The winner of next week's game is the champion, hopefully gets get a host a first round playoff game. We want to have a playoff game on this field, folks. We need you to come out and be here and to cheer this team on. This team is hitting their stride right at the right time of the year, end of the year, and we need to see to carry it in the playoffs, and we need you guys out here doing that. And I want to thank you for watching Salina Access TV Friday Night Football. This is week number 8. Week number 9 is going to be a doozy. Great being here against Salina South, and we'll see you next week.
Mowry Clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Mowry Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Mowry Clinic.
I'm a dairy farmer. I had a lump come up on my stomach. It bothered me, so I went to the ER. They diagnosed me, said I had a umbilical cord hernia. I felt very, very comfortable. I knew what was going on at all times. Even though I was having surgery, they made me feel like I was at home. They treated me like I was one of their own. They constantly come in, made sure I was okay. Since the umbilical cord surgery, I've had 4 other hernia surgeries, lymph node removed, and my gallbladder. And they was all done at Salina Regional. The care I received at Salina Regional Hospital and Salina Regional Surgical Associates, on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give them a 10+. If they want to get good care and good work done, they need to come to Salina Regional to get it done. I couldn't ask for better care.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.